Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets, and we have Cindy Lou Young back again. She's a hero. She's a hero to me, and should be a hero to you by now. Unbowed, saved by a cowboy, a rabbi, and a carpenter. When the storm rose, she stood. So great. I've already started reading your book, Cindy. You gave me a little, download on it. So I've read it. It's exceptionally well written. The
Thank you.
information in it is wow, over the top. And we were just talking about some stuff maybe we can jump into, but thanks so much for coming back on.
Thank you for having me, Mike. You know, you've been an amazing friend through all of this, and I can't thank you enough for your support. And you got your colors on today.
Got the colors on, yep.
So, you know, I think God connects us all. And
Yeah.
definitely he wove a thread with you, me and you, and I am really grateful for that thread.
I am too. It's been you're very inspirational. It was great to, go to your trial and see firsthand the injustice that was happening with all the J6ers. And then, right up to the day you were supposed to go to jail and you get off. So obviously God is looking out for you. So it's amazing.
Yes, I believe that for sure.
Tell us a little bit about your book and how people can get it and everything, and then we'll kind of jump into that some other stuff.
So the book was launched yesterday on Amazon, and it's in 3 formats. There's Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. I'm waiting for my proof copy, so hopefully it's all right because they already put it out there live, but I can edit it, I think, if I have to. So anyway, it's out there, and this book takes readers from my last memoir, Out of the Fog, which was about my childhood and surviving a plane crash when I was 18 months old. And it brought me through right up until the point I had gone through a breast cancer battle and survived that. And then, so Unbowed picks up and obviously goes into the J6 battle. I mean, survival is kind of like my thing, I guess.
I guess so. You've been obviously someone's looking out for you, so don't knock it. Just go with the flow, and you have very, very well done that. You've had some people that have come into your life that have really helped you out.
Yes, yeah. You, Kevin Hoyt, Kevin I, multitudes. The people that support me that don't even know me, and I'm so grateful. And this battle that I'm in is ongoing. I mean, so I've just launched the book and Brad Wozny's been helping me out. And he's like, you got to do this. You got to make this. I have no money left. It's like I am putting everything I have on the line to hold these people accountable for the injustice that they did to 1,600 people. This can't happen in America ever again.
Yeah, we have to really, and that's what we've been doing. That's what I've appreciated about you coming on the show. I appreciate everyone that helped support you.
Yes.
You had a GoFundMe, and people really, stepped out and helped you on several occasions. And now it looks like you're going to do really, really well going forward. And so all that support, because a lot of people, I think, and myself included sometimes, I look at, we're supporting these people and just, it seems like we're just throwing money down the garbage. But in your case, not so much. It worked out really, really good.
I've used every penny toward continuing the fight. I mean, for me, one of the first things that I put forward was just an appeal on everything, the mishandling of my case. I mean, I had jurors that didn't belong there, jurors that were clearly biased. I had biased judges. I had it all. And a repeat J6 juror. And all of it just, was just it was made for TV theater in that courtroom. They controlled it and they made it happen the way they wanted to. So the book tells you all about that. It goes through a whole 5 days of my trial. in detail and what we went through, what the feelings were about it. And early readers have, read it and it's moved them. They've been eye-opening at how corrupt our system is, and moved them to tears in places.
I'm glad you said that, so I don't look like a wimp. But I was reading it, and I was like, I'm getting teary just thinking about it. But yeah, like I said, unbelievably well written, and I'm just getting started with it. So I look forward to reading more because I was part of it. See,
yes,
you were
a big part
how
of it.
everything interweaves in, and the travesty of justice that I saw in my own eyes in our nation's capital. And me being a military veteran that has fought for our freedoms, and then to see them stomped on, I was very disappointed.
Jonathan has a piece in the book in the very end, Reflections of a Rabbi, which is very good. It tells his perspective. And I was talking to him the other day, and he was walking, he's working in DC now, and he was walking by the Capitol, and he said, Cindy, I can never look at that Capitol again after looking at all the videos I have and seeing what they did and how they did. I can never look at it the same again,
Yeah, and the same with him. He's an unbelievable lawyer. I would like to have, if I ever get in trouble, I want him.
Yeah.
But with the government, because I've never done anything wrong. So I did get a speeding ticket once, and I went in and I got it thrown off because I was in my military uniform. I was like, I can't go to court, or I went to court, and I was like, this, and the judge was like, I'm going to let it go. I was like, wow, that's cool. So I've been in the court system, firsthand, and I thought that was great. It was good justice that was served on me. But like we're talking about, not for you. So Jonathan, God, I mean, he was just perfect, and they kept shutting him down. They shut him down over and over again. I was like,
and he's
wow.
brilliant. I mean, he is a brilliant attorney. And not only was he my attorney, but he was my friend. He was, he's a rabbi. He counseled me. He kept me lifted up in vibration when I was getting very low. I mean, when you go through something like this,
sure,
I think until people read the book, they don't comprehend the depth of what it is that you go through.
Yeah. And that's, unfortunately, that's something I went through when I was in the CIA, where they just destroyed my life and so forth. So I understand your position. They definitely destroyed your life. Now what you've learned from this, you're actually, you were telling me before that we started, that you're actually helping others right now.
Yes, I'm involved in right now tracking, writing pro se documentation and filings for 6 active complaints. So I have my appeal case, complaints against my judge and the juror that was corrupt in my case. I have complaints against the FBI and DOJ for not responding to FOIA requests. Let me tell you a little bit about this. So I filed on the appeal, and when I filed on the appeal, Harvey sent everything from my criminal case. He told the clerk to notify that juror, the one we all love and like, right? Notify him of everything that I'm doing so he's aware.
Wow.
Within 5 days of that, Dave Summerall, who testified at my case, you heard him testify that day.
Oh my God, what a incredible man. Yeah.
He gets a knock at the door, and it's the FBI.
Wow. And
they're saying, we heard you're threatening a juror. And Dave was like, whoa, what is this, 1984? Do you have proof? Do you have something do you have a warrant? What are you here for? Oh, we're here just to check a box, they say. Now, this is your FBI under Trump right now. So that needs to clearly tell you that there's still snakes in the grass everywhere.
Good point. Yep.
So I got
You'll need
that
to do some
case.
cleaning. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And then I've also intervened on a motion where one of the Capitol Police wants to put a plaque to honor himself in the Capitol. I intervened on that and, said that if you're going to put a plaque up, you better recognize the 4 people that got killed and murdered that day. They should be on that plaque as well. So I'm fighting that one. Then we have with Jake Lang on a lawsuit in New York against Mendami because he says that he wants to tax rich white people to pay for all his programs, which is clearly not on the up and up. So we're fighting him with federal watchdog.
Yeah, I saw a post that Jake put out where he's like, Muslims is like I don't want to say it's a negative Muslim thing, but or maybe it's Islamist. Yeah, well, yeah, I got to say, after having been in the Middle East, I can vouch that there are some problems there, but he's really proactive in a lot of different areas right now. Good for him.
Yes, he is, and he's really getting. He got in that little thing in Dearborn. I mean, there was hundreds of thousands of people viewing what was going on, myself included. Not one news station carried anything about it. That tells you something right there, too. So Jake is fighting hard against.
And Jake is fighting hard because sorry to keep him interrupting, but I was donating to Jake, helps all the people out there. And I was like, oh, it's, you guys are all free now. So I okay, in the automatic payment. And he's like, oh, please, we still have a lot of work to do. And I was like, oh, wow. So he explained it to me. I was like, yeah, keep taking it. So, he's you guys are working hard to continue, like you just talked about, the travesties that are still going on.
Yep. I mean, we still have people incarcerated that are. Tina Peters is one. We count her as one of us.
Really? That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh,
and so there's many of us working through these things to bring justice forward. And Jake is leading the way on that, as well as myself. I have another suit with Dave Summerall, where we're going against HBO and Warner Brothers and the BBC because their documentary that they produced with the J6 Select Committee left out manipulated timelines, left out factual information that David has. So we're going after them for defamation of 1,600 individuals. So there's that one. And then today, I just filed another case against the FBI, and you'll read it in the book when they took my DNA unlawfully, and that's a Bivens claim. So I've just filed a $5 million lawsuit for that.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. So, we were talking about that before. Tina Peters, I saw when she was arrested, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad I wasn't there because I would have gone Terminator mode on those people. But anyway, they were arresting her, and they had a warrant for her iPad, and the agent that was there doing the arrest, he opened her purse and started taking information out and looking at it from her purse.
It doesn't surprise me at all. These people just have no ethics about what they do. I mean, here I was sitting in with the U.S. Marshals in pink shackles, and in comes the FBI agent and acts like it's part of the process to do a DNA swab. No warrant that said collect a DNA swab from me. No paperwork that said I could decline. I hadn't even been arraigned yet, and he's taken my DNA. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Man, that will make everything. I mean, there's not enough money in the world to correct the wrongs that were done to me, and as well to you. What I would like to see is this just doesn't happen to anyone else again.
That's my goal, Mike. It's like justice, hold the people accountable for this travesty that really should be held accountable, and let's have some true justice, because I think at the end of the day, I look at the people that support me, that I connect with and talk to, everybody, That's what America wants, really.
Yes.
We're tired of all of this.
Yeah. And I know that, because you have been consistently, from the donations, just turning that around and helping. That's where your heart is. So I would like for them to feel that pain of 5 million. Of course, they won't feel the pain. It'll come from American taxpayers. You're going to
Right.
turn around and take that, and maybe they won't be able to use it to buy as many corrupt FBI agents. So that I
Yeah.
look at it maybe that way as well. But
And
you would take that money and just help other people. I know that's just the way your heart is, just unbelievable. Hope you
yes,
get it.
there's a big list of people that need to be paid back. So, but if you look at what we've thrown money at as a country,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, so to make J6ers whole again, whose lives have been destroyed, I don't see where anybody could balk at that. I really don't.
Yeah.
Other than the libs, but
So the press came after you too, didn't they?
oh yeah. So I when I got out, when I was arraigned, immediately it was all over the newspapers where I come from, which is Cape Cod, Nantucket.
Mm-hmm.
So when I launched my book, it's timed right in accordance with Joe Biden's annual visit to Nantucket, where they all don't talk to me anymore because they're very liberal, very left. So I sent a press release welcoming Biden to the island and talking about some reading material that he may or may not want to look into.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, they as we've seen, the media was just an arm of this deep state government, which
Mhm.
heavily infiltrated, and now we're in the process of crushing that and breaking that up.
Yeah.
And that's what your work is all about as well. So I think it's fantastic. And I'm reading the forward to your book, and I want to share the page real quick and read some of this because it's. I mean, you read this, you're like, oh my God, this one's been through so much. So you never plan to write a book, never plan to become part of history in the way you did, but life doesn't ask for permission before it breaks you, right? And the story begins long before January 6th. You talk about at 18 months old, you kind of got a hand there. At 18 months old, I survived a plane crash. In 2008, survived cancer. And in the years following the Capitol, I survived something slower but more deadly. All right. So that is the crushing. This is not working with me. It's like it's not. It's all right. There we go. I think that's better. So of the weight of being hunted by my own country. For 4 years, I lived under a shadow, watched, labeled, accused, and nearly destroyed. The FBI came to my door. Now, the FBI initially, they're like, "Oh, there's nothing there."
Yeah.
So, how long did you go before the? So,
So
initially they came after you, and yeah.
They came right after January 6th. They came January 13th to my door.
Mm.
They looked at everything. They evaluated what they had on video. And unbeknownst to me, they decided in April after that to close the case. We didn't find that out until we went to court, Mike, and built my defense with Jonathan.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But so they opened the case. They looked at everything. They didn't have enough. They closed it. And when they closed it, they were requested by the child trafficking division whether they wanted to open a case on me. Why would the child trafficking division even be involved? That's a good question. But
that is crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Because we know there's a lot of problems in that area as well. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they closed the case. So then we go on, and I had even called Garland during that time frame because I was going to Arizona, and I knew that other J6ers had the Quad S designation for domestic terrorists, and they were being pulled out of the line at airports for extra security. So I said, am I going to have any problems flying? He's like, no, you're on the back burner. Just go. Doesn't say your case is closed. Just says I'm on the back burner. So off I go, feeling like I'm still under the gun. And in the meantime, I'm seeing them surveil me. I talked about it on many podcasts, what they were doing. and it's in the book as far as what they were doing.
Wow.
Yeah. So then I go to a school board meeting, and this is in the fall of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke at the school board meeting, got captured on video. And that was right at the time that Garland wrote his letter about parents at school board meetings being domestic terrorists.
Oh, wow. So they like, you got the double whammy. They're like, oh, she's J6 and she's like speaking out in you know, the school
Yeah.
board meetings. Wow.
Yeah.
God.
So that was, you know, that was like around November timeframe. And in December, it was early January, 2 FBI agents, an FBI and a field state trooper, showed up at my business. And that was when they reopened
At your
another
business.
case.
So they want to completely humiliate you and cause problems. Wow.
Yep.
Gosh.
And when they came, they showed me pictures, and they wanted to look at my jacket that I wore. And unbeknownst to me, and this is where people really need to be aware of things. And I wasn't. I've never been in trouble like you,
Sure.
like traffic tickets. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But they needed me to self-identify. And had I not said self-identified and wrote my name that, yeah, this is me, they wouldn't have had me. They wouldn't have had me. I should have just said, get out. You have no business here. Do you have a warrant with you? No, I'm not talking to you anymore. But no, Cindy talked to him that day, you know, to my demise. But
that's good for everybody to realize that.
Yeah.
If they don't come with a warrant, guys, it's like, go
don't
get
even
it.
talk to them. Don't.
Yeah, not
talk
at
to 'em.
all.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been lots of, you know, I guess we could even go to Michael Flynn, you know, General Michael Flynn.
Yeah.
The FBI came and talked to him and then used that to, like, you know, take him down. So he should have known better. I know better because I've been involved in all that, but most people don't.
No.
It's crazy.
And when they come, they come like they're your friend, you know, they're like, oh, you're good. You're not a threat, you know, blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, they're writing you up. They're suggesting phrases to you that they're going to use against you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So you thought this, right? And then it appears in their report. But one of the things that Giftos, and I call him the gift that keeps on giving in my book, because that's what Jonathan calls him, and that's what I call him. He wrote a report on me that he wasn't going to talk about on the stand that said I was peaceful, that he had looked at all the videos and he had seen me asking for directions, how to get out of the building, and I was behaving peacefully. So,
and you're carrying an American flag. I was like, you're the perfect, you know, person for America, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, look, we need to look at the election. It's a fraud. It's like peaceful demonstration. And we came in the Capitol, you and everybody was invited into the Capitol or pushed into the Capitol. Like for when you talked about it, you were just up there and there was a surge and you ended up in the Capitol. So you're like, wow, well, I'm here. We'll just walk around and be patriotic. And boy, that backfire on you.
Yeah. And where was I going with that? Basically, you know, they use everything. When they say anything you say and do can and will be held against you, believe it.
Now, that's a good point, because they'll twist that like they did for you. I was like, that is not even what happened, but they twist it and make it a different reality and said, see, and for that, she's got to be convicted. She's got to go to jail. I was like, what?
All they really had on me was my words from social media, by the way.
Wow.
They went through my Facebook, they went through my Twitter, they went through everything, and they pulled out statements that I made. And of course, after I'm riding the bus home on January 6th, being bombarded with texts from people telling me that I'm a domestic terrorist, insurrectionist, I'm out of my mind, I'm responding back like, you don't know what's going on. You're listening to the media,
Right.
you know. And I said some things. I said Pence was a pedo. I believe that today. But so they used it against me, you know. They used my words, and they inflamed the jury with my words. That was the intention, and it worked.
Wow. Yep. And they just twisted them around. And so now when I was doing, you know, because I'm a social media guy, and I was a social media guy, that's why I went there. And fortunately, I didn't go inside, but you know, you did. But I don't see anything where I looked at all the videos. You were even asking one of the Capitol Police, how do I get out of here? And she gave you some directions you didn't feel comfortable with, and you're like, I don't think that's right, and it wasn't right what she was trying to get you to do.
And they twisted that too. The prosecution said, because that was at the time when I was exiting the building, I was just following the crowd, trying to find my way out, right? And I ended up in the area where Ashley Babbitt was shot. That was the speaker's lobby. Now, the speaker's lobby is a small hallway to where the glass doors were where the shooting took place. I was way at the back of that group. And that was when I went up to an officer and I said, I want to get out of here. How do I get out? He points me one way, then he turns me around and points me down these stairs. So I left, I'm going to say minutes, seconds before Ashley got shot.
Wow.
There was stuff going down. There was activity in that area that I said to myself, I'm out. So I go down these stairs. I meet another Capitol police officer. She's a supervisor because she's all in white. And I said to her, I want to get out of this building. Can you just show me where the exit is? And she points me down the Hall of Columns, which is completely empty. There's nobody but me, her, and an empty hallway. And it's a crossway. So there's one hallway that comes across and then it extends further. And as I look at the door where it extends further, military is coming in with long guns and they're coming in military style. So I say to her, you know, I'm not comfortable moving because they're going to shoot me. I went right against the wall. I was scared. And she said, oh, just walk with your hands out. You'll be fine. And I'm like, no. No.
Just get down there with your hands out and they'll shoot you. Yeah. It's like, God,
so I told her to get a guard between me and them. And one came out. There's a video of it. And he points me out of the building. So I'm walking by. I walked by 4 or 5 guards. None of them approached me. None of them said anything. They weren't threatened. I went out of the building. So that whole thing was just.
And I remember they showed you just going out the building. It's like, see, she's leaving. She's leaving.
What they did was they said, oh, look at the magtrometer. It went red. Well, when you walk through the wrong way, it goes red. I didn't have a gun. They were trying to insinuate I did, you know?
Sure. Yeah. So there you go. They try and like just create lies with everything. It was just constant. And then when you and Jonathan would bring up stuff that was like relevant to like, and it should be like thrown out because he had great stuff. I remember we were all talking together. We'd like brainstorm and it's like, I'm gonna do this. And we're like, oh my God, this is gonna like end this thing. And then he would talk and they were like, let's they would like do this.
Remember that
in the whole courtroom and they're like talk and you guys get on the phone and it was like, wow.
Every time he got momentum, they shut him down. They were like, objection. And it slowed his momentum, but it didn't stop him.
No. He
got both FBIs. He impeached their evidence, both of them. They looked like dummies.
Totally.
And then, I mean, him and Dave Summerall played it like a drum. He got Dave Summerall on the stand. And of course, Becky, the prosecutor, is like, you believe that everybody belongs in jail. And Dave's like, yeah, if they did wrong, yeah, they belong in jail, you know, got her going a little bit. So she plays this video, which is the basis of what they said happened. And they held it against Trump. That was the insurrection, they call it, where the line fell. And they said that the line fell at the Western Tunnel because of the crowd surge. Not true. And she goes and she plays the whole video of it. And Jonathan's whispering in my ear while she's doing it, oh, please keep playing it. Because the way it works is if the prosecution doesn't open up material for discussion, if they don't bring it forward, you can't talk about it. So it's not on the table to question or talk about. So she plays this whole video, and Jonathan had submitted our video the night before, which she obviously didn't look at. And she objects when we go to play our video, and she goes, I don't know where Mr. Gross is going with this. And Harvey, the judge, says, oh, I know where he's going with it, because he looked at that video and he knew. And that video showed the jury, showed everyone in that courtroom, the reason that line fell was because the Capitol Police gassed themselves. They gassed themselves and they retreated back into the Capitol, and the crowd surged.
Well, and the crowd surged after they were provoking the crowd. Shooting gas
them in
into
the head.
Crowd,
yeah,
rubber bullets in the crowd. You see people that are just like disfigured from being shot in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Yeah,
so they're provoking, definitely.
Yeah. We've shown on my show on Unseen Storm, there was a show where we showed 7 headshots where they just fired right at someone's head with the rubber bullets. That is not allowed. When you're using lethal or non-lethal munitions, you're supposed to aim at the body, not the head. They were aiming right at the head.
Wow. And so your YouTube is what? Unseen?
On Rumble, Unseen Storm. It's under J6 from the Heart, and it's a series that I do every Friday. It's a live show, Unseen Storm, J6 Revealed. Tomorrow I have Jake Lang talking about his Dearborn, Michigan activities.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So we'll have to put that in the description box so people can access that. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's amazing. And we've seen a lot of these photos, or you and I and people that are really involved with this. It's available to everybody. You go to your Rumble channel and you see it. You've got some shows on there. But even in your court case, we had the one guy that came in that was revealing all this stuff, and I was like, holy smokes. And I guess he does that to all these different groups, and they like attack him while he's there.
Yeah.
And what's that guy's name again?
David Summerall.
David Summerall.
Yeah.
So David Summerall just was crushing it, and he was, and they were like, "You're like
a grifter."
They're trashing him.
Love to call you a grifter.
And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." And but you guys, and you believe that we should all go to jail, and he's like, "Yeah, if you're guilty, I think you should."
And do you remember what they did after that? I don't know if you noticed or picked it up, because a lot of stuff goes on that you might not understand. But the minute he got down from the stand and said all that, the clerk came out. We had information on all the jurors, who they were and where they worked and blah, blah, blah. Collected it all because they were afraid. They were all afraid of us.
I was so disappointed. I was looking at the jury, and I was like, those are just normal people. And there was a priest there, Catholic priest. And I was like, these people, there's no way they're going to convict her. Right. And they went, and they all like, yeah, guilty. And I was like, is everybody in DC like brain dead? What is going on?
I think there's a frequency. That's what I think.
It's very disconcerting.
Yeah.
That there's actual people that seem like they're normal that are very unnormal.
But you got to remember too, who was the foreman that led them to the decision was the attorney that was a DNC operative that never disclosed his biased opinion. And he, being the smart man that he was, he led them to their decision. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Unbelievable. So, any other things you want to bring up?
No, I probably told you all about my book. Now you don't have to read it, but no, you do.
No. I'm like I said, I started looking at it. It's like there's a lot of information in there, a lot of material.
Yeah,
a lot of detail that I'm sure, just like we're talking about right now. It's like I missed that, and I was there, but people that weren't there, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
So close that you were there, but just before Athlete Babbitt was shot. Wow, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
And you
one
got
of
out
the
of there
things,
just in
just
time.
one other thing that I missed, and this is me, I'm in my courtroom, I'm at my own trial. And one of the things that came up right from the get-go was this motion by the prosecution. It's a 615 rule. It allowed them to keep every FBI agent in the room during testimony. So they all were sitting there listening to all the testimony. I even had one sitting at the prosecution table helping to determine who was on the jury, listening to all the sidebar conversations. How is that fair?
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that reminded me. They were surrounding us. They're in civilian clothes, but I know how they look. And there was a woman that sat behind us, and so they were listening to us,
Yes,
the
that's
the
what they
people
do.
that were just there to watch. And
Mhm.
they would walk by, and they would try and talk to us and get friendly with us, and we're like, get out of here. But and then we're like, okay, there's that one person, stop talking. I was
Yeah,
like, wow, unbelievable.
it is. It is. You
And
can't
even
make
when we're
it up.
coming in and checking in, those people that are in the front at first, they're all friendly. It was like the nicest people.
Mhm.
And then after you did the horsey ride and we came back, they were like so rude to us. I thought they were going to like arrest us and throw us out or something. I'm like, what happened?
They used all that in my sentencing too. When my sentencing came up, they put the pictures of the horse. They talked about my association with the Proud Boys and, oh, don't look at the t-shirt that this person's wearing, Your Honor, which is a Proud Boy t-shirt. That's what they do. They just inflame, they twist, they manipulate
Lie,
everything.
manipulate.
Yeah.
This is like I said, a travesty of justice.
Yeah.
They all need to be exposed. And if they're guilty, like David Summerall said, they should go to jail. So,
Absolutely. We need to really clear off the whole bench in DC. That's how I feel. I
I
feel that
agree.
they're all corrupted, they're all controlled, and we need to get rid of them. The other interesting thing is my case with David Summerall, of all people, the one that's against the HBO and Warner Brothers and BBC. Guess who we got for a judge? Tanya Chutkin, the one that I started with. Isn't that interesting?
Huh.
It's supposed to be like a random selection. Not so much.
Wow.
Not so much.
Yep. They need to be cleaned out.
Yep.
We can't win against. I've been saying this. Everybody's so frustrated because things aren't happening. But like we're pointing out, there is an amazingly corrupt judicial system,
Yes.
and still FBI that are still corrupt to it. Just because Trump got in office, and you have a couple people that are, at the top now, that it's not. Hopefully, they're not corrupt, but they don't
I
seem to
know.
be.
Right.
But you don't know, and or
No.
maybe they're corruptible or have been corrupted by who knows what, and so they're. I hope that Pam Bondi is like involved, but
I don't know, Mike. I don't know.
yeah, I know there's a lot of us who are like, I don't know, I
I
don't know
don't
about Pam Bondi. What's going on here? So we'll have to continually watch this and
Mhm.
look for this. I've said this all along. It's got to be military justice. So,
Absolutely. I agree with you
oh, you agree?
100%.
Oh, thank you. So I'm glad we continue this conversation. This is good. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
good.
That's the only answer
I
because you've
agree.
got, even though it seems like, people might look at what I'm doing right now with all the court cases, it's kind of like when we're voting, like you think, it doesn't matter what I vote. I might as well not vote. Well, no, that's not the answer either. We have to continue to hold them accountable, continue to do the paper trails, hold their feet to the fire, even if it's not for anything that we're going to win. But if we give up, where's that going to get us?
Yeah.
So, but
Yep.
military is the only way. Clean them out.
On so many different levels. So many
Yep.
different levels. I mean,
Yep.
politically, the because this is what this was all about.
Mhm.
The election.
Yeah.
The military is the only way to clean election too.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
of it. It's time.
all of it.
We all feel it now that it is not working. These people, I mean, how many people do we have in Congress that are making millions off of doing nothing but meh, 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 meh? It's not
All
working
of them.
anymore. Not
All of them.
working.
None of them do anything for us. They're supposed to be for the people, but
No.
not so much. That's why it's got to be military. And then, you know, I don't know. Then if they're guilty, so they should go
What
to jail.
happens?
So yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
absolutely. And that's something I guess Q said that as well. Military is the only way. So
Absolutely. And
yeah.
I'm, you know, I've listened, I've looked at Q, and I don't know if I don't know if I'm fully on board with it, but you know what? I'm on board that this country is at a crossroad. I said that on January 6th when I went to Washington. It's time we figure out a different way for our family, for our children, for everybody. This isn't the way America was supposed to be.
Absolutely. And Cindy, you're doing more than your part and have done more than your part and have, you know, paid the price for going out and, you know, trying to help people, you know, correct our government, our incredibly corrupt government on many levels. Wow. Such a great story. Such a great book. I look forward to reading it. I hope everybody reads it. Is there any other way other than tell us your Rumble channel one more time?
Oh, it's J6 from the Heart on Rumble. And then look for Unseen Unseen Storm Revealed.
So that's that. You're in that?
Yeah.
When does that come out? Is that already out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's every Friday at 3 p.m. live.
Oh, that's your show. Okay. I thought that was like some kind of documentary. Sweet.
No.
Maybe,
but I'll probably be in one sooner or later.
I hope so. Yeah, you deserve to be. Jeez, the way you've been going at this. How long do you think before all the J6ers get retribution and get justice?
You know, here's the concerning thing for many. There's a timeline of statute of limitations. So those that were arrested right after January 6th, within that first month, their statute of limitations is coming up.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think that our government is slow walking everything,
Sure.
you know, blocking, slow walking, but who knows? I don't know, you know. I pray every day that the right thing happens, but I have no control. So. All
right. Well, J6 grandmother Cindy Young, thank you so much for your service to our country. It's been amazing, and I look forward to more in the future. Because if you do win, then there's going to be a big celebration, I'm sure.
We're going to have one party. I'm coming to visit.
Right. You know, I think that you maybe get multiple you know, settlements. You look at the you know, also the news and all that kind of stuff. There should be something that's done about that as well. Yeah.
Yep. We just got to keep plugging.
Right.
You know, Jonathan just gets so disheartened and knows what a fight he put. I was talking to him. He managed at one point 20 cases at a time. And people don't understand the depth of what that takes. I mean, these videos that they had to chug through and look through, and I don't know how he did it. He doesn't know how he did it. He said the whole 4 years is a blur. And he gets disheartened that thinking that he didn't achieve anything, but he's achieving every day. He really is. So
I agree.
You know?
Yeah, he's an inspiration, no doubt about it. And but that's disheartening as well, because there weren't any lawyers that were willing to stand up against that machine.
Exactly. They were willing to take a lot of money from J6ers.
Oh yeah. And then they're like, just do a plea bargain. Plea bargain. Plea bargain.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything.
Oh,
and they tried to do that to you too, I remember, right?
Yeah, 2 times. I got to leave you with one statistic that blew me away.
Oh, good.
So I looked at all of the people that got the 4 misdemeanor charges, which is what I got, not felonies, just strictly the 4 misdemeanors. Then I took the cross section out of that were women, and how many went to trial. How many do you think?
5.
4.
Almost got it right. Wow.
Yep. So
Jeez.
one of them was Rebecca Lawrence, who actually didn't go to a full jury trial. She did a bench trial, which is a little different. You go in front of a judge, not a jury.
Sure.
Then there was Pam Hempel, who's since denied her pardon and decided she's going to vote Democratic. She's denounced Trump, so I don't even count her. And the other two from New Hampshire, myself and Kirsten Niemela, were the only two women that took it to trial.
Wow. The fighters are in New Hampshire. Good job. All the way back to Revolution times. That's good. All right. So, yeah. Wow. We got a lot to learn, don't we? And I hope this book helps.
Me too. Me too.
All right, Cindy. Thanks so much. Lots of love to you and everybody that's like going to listen and watch this. Share it. Please share it. And, get the book. It helps on many different levels.
Yes. Love you, Mike. Thank you once again.
Thank you.